Good morning, everyone. My name is Russ Laggan. I will be the host today of the Big Agent Meeting. Today, we've got a show lined up for you with a lot of great little nuggets. You're going to be able to take something and put it into your business today. So we always start off the show now with the Attraction Advantage Corner, which is what I lead. Frank Panuto and I do the Attraction Advantage podcast. And by the way, just recorded a session with a guy named Will Penny. One of the things that we got into in detail was a little bit different, was making sure you're finding the right people for your team and your groove, right? In addition to that, when you're doing attraction, you got to make sure that you're attracting the right people for the right roles. So what happens a lot of times is we try to make people into what we want them to be to fit our mold versus going through the process of actually discovering what they are and then discussing what the role is. So we kind of talked about that process a little bit and saying, where is this person now? Where do they want to be? How are they going to get there? And then make sure that that aligns with what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to run a team and you're getting somebody that wants to be a team leader, are they going to be a good teammate? Probably not. If you get somebody that's here, that's good at doing administrative stuff and you want them to do sales, is that going to be a good fit? Probably not. So a lot of times we try to stuff people into the bucket that we think that they're the best fit for, because we see into them things that they don't even see in themselves sometimes. But with that being said, then we got people in the wrong seat and then they're starting to fail. And then we're struggling keeping them on task with what we think they should be on task for. So as you're going through this attraction process, evaluate yourself. Where are you right now? Are you in the right role? Some of you out there right now might be saying, well, gee, Russ, I've kind of got attracted to the wrong spot. I really probably should be on a team. I do a lot better when I've got somebody that's watching and somebody that's looking and somebody that's keeping tabs on me and helping me go in the right direction. Like for me, I run way better when I'm in a running group. I bike way better and way farther when I'm in a biking group. That's not to say I can't go out and grind it out myself, but it's way more enjoyable and I get more work in when I'm in a group doing the same thing. So if you are like that, maybe you should attract yourself to a team. And if you're not like that, and you're like, hey, I kind of like being out ahead. I like being the one that coordinates stuff. I like the one be the one running it. You might be a perfect person for a team lead. So evaluate where you are, where you want to be, and then what's it going to take to get there. If you can establish those things, you're going to take your business to the next level. So there's a Attraction Advantage segment for the beginning of Big Agent Meeting. We have a promo from Brian Ellington talking about EXPCon. Check this video out.
There's one more big way to make the most of your time at EXPCon in Miami. In addition to the 75 breakout sessions, 4 general sessions, X Camp, opening party, closing party, and all the networking events and goings on that give you the great opportunity to begin to relationship with great referral agents for agent-to-agent referral relationships, there's one more big opportunity that EXPCon can do for you. Did you know 68% of non-EXP agents who come to the conference, who we call explorers, end up joining because of the event? And that doesn't even include the people who make their decision later, in part because of their experience at EXPCon. One of the best parts of your registration is that you get a free Explorer Pass with your registration. It gives you the chance to bring another licensed, not yet with EXP agent at no extra cost. They get access to everything: general sessions, breakouts, expos, same as you, the full energy and culture of EXP. So the deadline to assign your Explorer Pass has actually been extended, so you still have time to take advantage of this, and don't miss out. Share this experience, bring someone with you, and let's make Miami unforgettable at the event and for years to come through your RevShare. Now, if you need help explaining what they'll get out of the event, check out the agenda and the breakout sessions on expcon.exprealty.com. Listen, we're less than 30 days away, so don't wait. There's still time to be part of it, and there's still time to bring a friend. We'll see you there.
All right, there you go. Brian said it. Hey, guys, if you want to feel connected, you want to feel like you're part of something bigger than yourself. If you're feeling a little bit lonely and feeling a little bit like an outsider, make sure you show up for EXPCon. There's still tickets available. Show up and get connected and feel like you're part of something bigger than yourself. Set yourself up for a better 2026 by being able to connect and collaborate. That's part of the experience of life. We find that when people feel connected, they're actually more likely to be successful. So if you're having a little bit of struggle this year, start working on getting more connected, and that'll help 2026 be a better year. All right, next up, we have the Agent Advantage Real Grader. If you guys don't know about Real Grader, check this out. You might recognize somebody in some of these promos.
Hey, my name is Alex Montalenti, CEO of RealGrader.ai. And before I get started, just want to share a little story. There was a woman named Adriana. She came from Romania in 1968, started over with nothing in America, and she got her real estate license. She started helping people relocate. She started doing really well in real estate. And in the year 2000, she was struggling with technology, and she hired a digital marketing assistant to really take her to the next level. That woman, Adriana, was my mom, and I was her digital marketing assistant. Since then, I've been in the industry 25 years helping real estate professionals. The National Association of Realtors invested in our company. We are a partner with EXP. We hit the Inc. 5000, number 800 fastest growing companies. And the problem that we're solving is really helping realtors with their digital presence. One of the amazing member benefits at EXP that thousands of agents have already taken advantage of is each and every one of you has a complimentary digital business card, just like Leo here, and you get a complimentary digital audit of your online presence on ChatGPT, on Google, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. You could simply text EXP to 516-400-4161, and we will send you the link so you can find your digital card that we've pre-created for each and every agent. We actually launched this at one of the big EXP events. We put a QR code up on the screen and thousands of agents downloaded their card. Now over 10,000 agents at EXP now have the digital business card. There really is no use for paper. 88% of paper business cards go in the garbage in less than 2 weeks. And with the digital card, EXP agents are being tech savvy, producing more leads, creating more contacts, and generating more revenue. So Leo uses his card every single day. It lives on his phone. Over 10,000 agents are using it. And the beautiful thing is each and every one of you can have a unique digital presence with your digital card. You can change the background. You can put a video background. It can link to your reviews. It's got many, many different features. As you can see here, you can have your bio, your social media links. You can capture contacts. It can integrate directly into your CRM. So now you can have follow-up happening every time you meet somebody. So if you have not claimed your digital card yet, you definitely want to text EXP to 516-400-4161. That's completely complimentary. Plus it's a website. Plus you get a digital audit. You can also go to instacardexp.com. Now, another problem we've seen in the industry is that 93% of sales professionals are not optimized on Google, ChatGPT, and social media, and yet everyone searches them up. You might have seen our booth at EXPCon. We're one of the busiest booths there. Agents are rushing to the booth to get their digital audit. And what we're doing is seeing how you show up for your customers online. Now, we provide this free AI reputation audit. You can scan this QR code or once again, text EXP to 516-400-4161. And we're not only going to see how you're doing on Google, we're going to let you know how you're doing on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Zillow, homes.com, realtor.com. And now we're also searching how you show up on ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google Gemini. This is extremely important because many EXP agents are actually capturing leads from ChatGPT. Consumers are searching you up online. And if you're not there to get the leads. So definitely take advantage of this complimentary service as well. We've actually graded over 250,000 agents online, and we see the biggest mistakes that are happening. Inconsistent social media, lack of branding, broken links and outdated information, inappropriate or negative content, missing profiles. Maybe you don't have a Google business. Maybe you don't have your homes.com set up or your realtor.com, or maybe your data is not synchronized. So these are the biggest mistakes agents are making. And we've actually resolved this for a lot of the top producers within the EXP network. In fact, we've optimized over 2,500 agents, including some of the top leadership like Kendall Bonner, Pete Middleton, Tony Trung here, the Anna Benavides, icon agents, new agents, experienced agents. They've been through our process and they've gotten optimized, and now it's leading to more business for them. These are some of the personalized designs we've managed to create, the digital branding, the digitization of your reputation for these major players. If you're not using cover images like this in your branding on LinkedIn, on your realtor.com, on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, you are missing out on free marketing. So would you trust an agent who is dabbling? Like if you looked up an agent online and saw this, would you trust them? Or would you trust an EXP icon like this that's been optimized by us? We've done this not only for Anna, we've done this for Kendall Bonner, we've done this for Tom Trung, Alpha at EXP, we've done this for Lisa Parentau over at EXP Luxury, and thousands of agents have been through our process. There's two ways to work with us here. We either have a done with you digital academy, or we have a done for you digital optimization. We also offer videos on how to get optimized online. We give you guidebooks on how to get optimized online. And these guidebooks we provide complimentary to every agent. Again, you can text EXP to 516-400-4161. And the final piece to the puzzle, the way to maximize your presence on social media, on Google, on ChatGPT, is to use the influencer program. This is where we simplify your social media with AI-powered automation and Canva. Many of you, all of you, have a Canva account. The problem is many of you leave your content in Canva and you're not sending it out on all of your platforms. So our solution actually takes the content that you have in Canva, leverages AI, and pushes that content out on all of your major platforms. So let's see how this works. Anna Benavita, she's an EXP icon. She's got the digital card. We optimize her digital presence, and now she's pushing content out automatically on Facebook, Google, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We've done this for over 1,000 agents where we currently maintain and post their social media. She now shows up as a digital marketing expert online. She's winning more business. She's getting more deals. We help her boost her online reputation. She now has 166 reviews on Google. She has social media exposure across the board. She has Instagram Reels going out every week. She has YouTube Shorts going out every week, and she doesn't have to do any of this. It's all being managed by our team. We also do live training every single day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on Zoom. And finally, let me show you the magic here. With AI and with Canva, you could literally have automation in place when it comes to your social media. So if you don't have content, no problem. We're posting right here for Nashboro Homes. Notice how the EXP logo is on every post. The personal branding is on every post. And they have beautiful content going out every single day automatically. We're making social media easy. This is not where you want to spend your time. You should be out in front of clients with prospects. And we use an AI-powered content creator so that you can create unique posts in seconds with the help of AI. So check it out. We want to create a post. We simply go into the AI creator. We say create a post or create a story. We're automatically connected to all of your social media accounts. You integrate Canva so you can pull the content from Canva. We can pull your listings so you can post your listings in minutes. Or we can pull your content so you can post content in minutes. You can create the AI copy in just seconds by saying, write me a post about XYZ. And then you can post everywhere instantly. And this is where you see the growth in your reach, the expansion of your reach. You win more leads, you win more deals. And again, Anna's doing this across the board with all of our platforms. So if you're interested, you want more information, it's very simple. Text the letters EXP to 516-400-4161 or check us out online, realgrader.ai. We're going to be at EXPCon. We're there every year helping thousands of agents. We want to help you too, so you can reduce your stress, expand your digital footprint, and focus on the business of real estate.
All right, there you go. Real Grader. I've got it myself. It's on my cell phone. Love working with that team. They're helping make me look good when I'm connecting with people on a regular basis. It makes it a lot easier for me to transfer my info. By the way, guys, they'll be at EXPCon is my guess. And also, that's how I got mine set up last year. They set mine up at EXPCon. Made it a lot easier to transfer information. And I really like the little QR code thing you can pull up because the person can pop the QR code. So if you don't have Apple phone to Apple phone, by the way, you transfer Apple phone to Apple phone. If you don't have that, it makes it a lot easier for me to transfer people's information. Hey, do you have a business card? Nope. I got Real Grader, dude. I don't need a business card. And that's literally what I say. All right. So next up, we have winning clients with Brian Ellington and Noah Ward. By the way, guys, if you're doing social and it's not converting, this guy's doing social and converting off TikTok. Check this interview out.
I really wanted to figure out what my unique selling proposition was because, once again, not many people would trust a 19-year-old that's when I really started to figure out, okay, I really want to leverage social media. I want to leverage, how can I show someone without having to get in front of them? Because I was a very introverted person when I first got into real estate. I didn't really know what to do. I knew I wasn't going to door knock. I knew I wasn't going to cold call. It just wasn't in my DNA. It's just not who I am, not something I really feel comfortable doing, and something I didn't feel that I would be able to do long term. So what I ultimately decided was social media was the route. And for me, I needed to decide, okay, what are the main topics that I asked myself when I moved down here? Like, what are the main questions I had? And I built a whole entire, not storybook, but I built a whole entire like Google Doc of all these questions. And what I really wanted to do was just blast out as much as I possibly could, like information wise. And obviously we'll go in depth about that a little bit more, but I really just wanted to put everything out there and cast a wide net to see what ultimately I could get. And so through that, I learned a lot. There's a lot of, hard knocks along the way and stuff. But at the end of the day, that's where I've built everything that I've been able to do to this day. I'm 4.5, it's like 5 years now. October 2020 was when I joined EXP. And so it's almost been 5 years now. And so through that, I have now been able to grow almost 50,000 followers on TikTok, and then, 3,000 or 4,000 on Instagram, stuff like that. But it's really hyper local. It's not, nationwide. It's a super hyper local audience that I've been able to grow. And since then I've been able to get deals. I started in land selling $15,000 land deals to now having a $12 million listing from TikTok, actually, which is actually funny. It's ironic to see that. And I've gotten everything else in between, and I've built my entire business off of TikTok.
Do you mind sharing like maybe the last 12 months what your production is, and what percentage of that would you say actually came from your TikTok posts?
Yeah. So I would say the last rolling 12 months have been about 10 million,
which is
production.
And forgive me, you're about 24 years old.
Yeah. 24 years old. Yep.
Okay. There's a lot of people right now going, dang it. Which is awesome.
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So I would say, well, if you're basing off of like Instagram and TikTok, all of my business, besides probably about maybe $2 million, so $8 million out of the 10 has been from Instagram and TikTok.
You said, if I take the time to do a TikTok video, it's here, then it's gone. If I take the time to do a YouTube video, it's evergreen. Now I got a fishing line in the water that can catch multiple fish. Mm-hmm. So then the logical side of me says, okay, well then forget TikTok. I'm going to YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. But yet here you are on YouTube. Are you also doing videos on YouTube as well as TikTok, or no? Go ahead.
Yeah. So for me, I do a hybrid method. So I try to stay now as consistent as I possibly can on TikTok. Now, obviously everyone's human, so I don't have the best of systems, but I have good enough systems, obviously, to where I am posting at least 5 times a week, maybe not all 7 times a week, but at least 5 times a week I'm posting on TikTok. And then on YouTube, I'm posting 1 to 2 videos every single week. I've gotten about 4,000 subscribers. I know it's not a huge amount, but for me, it's a good size amount for the volume that I'm getting in terms of the quality of leads that I'm getting, the people that are looking to come in. So I do more of a hybrid method, because you can't get everything across in a 30-second video on TikTok. So what I like to do for simple, like everyone's like, oh, now you're doing 2 platforms, 2 different platforms, long form and short form. Like, how are you going to balance all that work? But in reality is when you're batching these videos, when you're creating these videos ideas, when you're thinking about them, you take the video idea, right? Moving, let's just say relocating to Sarasota, you're taking a video. Okay. So you think about it to yourself. You're like, all right, let's take a look at what are the top 5 questions you asked yourself when I moved to Sarasota, right? And was, okay, what are the best beaches in Sarasota? Where are the best places to live? Where are the best places to eat? Where are the fast growing areas, right? So what I would do is I would take those 5 questions, I would put that into a YouTube video, right? All at once. So it would be about a 10 to 15 minute video. Some people, some of my videos are a little longer, some of them are a little shorter. But those questions would be all into one video. However, on TikTok then, so what I would do is I would take those 5 videos or those 5 questions, and I would break them into 5 different videos to where it's quick, short, sweet, 30 seconds. max.
And are you using the same raw footage that you use for your YouTube, or are you refilming it for speed and clarity for TikTok?
Nope, I use it. I shoot two different videos, because when you're doing YouTube, obviously you're not trying to like add fluff to it, but you're trying to be as descriptive as possible, trying to provide as much information as possible. So what I do is I would never be able to clip a YouTube video to actually make it like a cohesive 30-second TikTok video. Like you'll see some people post like, oh, I'm omnipresent, right? Everyone's like, oh, you got to be omnipresent, right? On every single platform. So what you do is you take a long form clip, you throw it in Opus Clip or some other software, and it clips it for you. But in reality, it's okay if it's a podcast style video, but because I did that too at first, to like when I was testing things out, I looked at it, and by Opus Clip, for example, by taking a long form video, putting it into a short form video, it does not make it a cohesive video that you would actually want to watch for 30 seconds. Because when you're making a TikTok video, you need to either do a jump cut, you need to do some sort of editing style every 2 to 3 seconds in order to keep the viewer engaged. You're trying to buy the next 2 to 3 seconds of their watch time. That's all you're doing.
All right, there you go. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Noah. And by the way, guys, if you want to see the full episode, you can check it out on EXP's YouTube channel. Just go into EXP YouTube channel, type in Brian Ellington. And if that's too hard to spell, you can type in Noah Ward, and you'll be able to grab that winning client full episode where he goes into a lot more detail on how he's actually built his business with TikTok. So that's pretty cool, Noah. I love hearing that you did that. And that's a great number, by the way. It's a lot of business from working off social media. So I love that. All right. Next up, Agent Advantage Seller Shield. Guys, I still have a home warranty on my home here. Thank God, because we've cashed it in a bunch of times. 1953 home. A lot of nickel and dime stupid stuff going on. So check out Seller Shield. They've got a great program you need to know about. Check it out.
Thanks so much, Russ. I appreciate it. This is your Agent Advantage segment. I'm Ellie Edwards with Seller Shield. Did you know that disclosure issues are the #1 cause of home sale lawsuits? And sellers are completely unprotected. You as the agent are also liable if the seller gets in any sort of legal trouble post-closing. And we don't want you to be dragged into buyer-seller disputes post-closing. Just a few months ago, we had a seller thinking that they did everything right on their disclosure forms. They closed on their house, and a year later, they got hit with a $228,000 lawsuit for undisclosed plumbing issues. This is horrible. The seller was devastated. They thought that they did everything right, but even if they do disclose everything to the best of their ability, sellers can still be sued. And as I mentioned, you guys have E&O protection, but the sellers don't have any sort of legal protection post-closing. Also, as an agent, have you ever felt bogged down by sellers asking you questions about their disclosure forms? We want to prevent that from happening, and we want to separate you from the seller's disclosure process. A lot of agents might say they don't want to take on a new transaction management software, but you don't have to, because we are now integrated fully in SkySlope, so there's no new system or no new platform to learn. Seller Shield is kind of like TurboTax for disclosure forms. It reduces mistakes on the seller's disclosure form, therefore preventing them from getting into any legal disputes post-closing. We also offer legal protection for the home seller in case they want to purchase this protection for peace of mind post-closing. As I mentioned with the plumbing story, they were still sued even though they disclosed everything to the best of their ability. So they had purchased the legal protection, and we stepped in and protected them and paid up to $75,000 of their legal fees. This tool reduces disclosure issues. It's free. It's integrated with SkySlope, and you as the agent will get a 100% complete and signed disclosure form every time you use Seller Shield. And again, it's completely free for you and your sellers. And then we offer that legal protection post-closing as well. If you want to get started, you can go to sellershield.com/EXP and log in to your free account, or you can log into SkySlope, and next time you have a transaction, you'll get the option to send your disclosure forms through Seller Shield. You can click continue there, and then the forms will be automatically sent to your seller and then automatically uploaded back into your SkySlope account once they're completed.
All right, there you go. Seller Shield, guys. One, if you're buying a house yourself, think about it. If you're working with buyers and sellers, think about it. The worst thing that can happen is after somebody closes, you have an issue with the house and the buyer calls you like, hey, man, we got an issue with the house. And the greatest response is when you can say, cool, man, that's what you have the home warranty for. Most of the time, problem solved, right? They say somewhere around 90% of lawsuits after a closing would have been avoided if they had a home warranty. So home warranty could have taken care of it and make the problem go away. Never perfect, but hey guys, I want to do the things that make my business easier. Seller Shield or a version of that is very helpful for you. So make sure you check them out. All right, next up, University Spotlight, Alyssa Specht. Take it away, Alyssa, University.
What's up, everybody? Alyssa Specht here with another EXP University Spotlight. Guys, next week is packed with sessions to help you build smarter, lead better, and show up like a pro. Let me walk you through what is coming your way next week. Starting with Monday on Level Up, we are starting the week strong with Brad Korn. Now, Brad has sold over 2,500 homes using systems, client care, and some consistency. So if you are tired of chasing deals and you want to build a business that actually runs like a business, this one's for you. So tune in. Again, that's Level Up on Monday. Now let's take a look at Thursday because we've got another executive masterclass coming your way with the amazing Nadia Habib. She is the SVP of EXP Canada, and she's leading a session called Mastering Your Business, Balance, and Breakthroughs. So Nadia is going to walk you through how to maintain work-life balance, what it takes to lead with clarity, and how to build multiple streams of income while still staying client-focused. So tune in. That's Thursday with the Executive Masterclass. Then let's take a look because we're not done yet. On Friday, we're back here with another big agent meeting. This time we're hearing from Ian Wheatley. He is the host of KGCI Real Estate on Air. And Ian's going to walk us through branding that connects, content strategies that actually work, and how to scale with presence and purpose in today's market. But we're not done yet with Friday. We're back with another The Lab podcast to close out the week. This time we've got Brittany Costa from Toronto. She built a remote first brokerage of 230 agents, and she's sharing the systems that keep everything running, the leadership style that keeps agents engaged, and how data and people first culture equals real and predictable production. So guys, we're going to be sharing teaser clips here on the Big Agent Meeting, but check out the full interview on the Lab on the EXP Realty YouTube channel. So guys, I will see you here next week. Tag your team, block your calendar, and I'll see you there.
All right, so there you go. That's it. Alyssa, thank you very much for the update for University. Got a lot of great things going on. By the way, guys, if you haven't seen or heard about Fast Track, make sure you start checking that out. We got another cohort coming up. Thinking about attracting agents and want to have a system to do that, make sure you check out Fast Track. There's going to be another round starting early November after EXPCon. So stay tuned for more details on that. All right, there is the show for the week. We'll pop up QR code. If you guys could, give us a quick rating on a scale of 1 to 10. Let us know how we did today. If we did good, give us a good rating. If there's something you'd like to see different, make sure you don't hesitate to drop in the notes something you'd like to see us do differently. So thank you very much for showing up. As always, every week, I appreciate every single one of you and the loyalty that you show to the show and just showing up to participate to know what's going on. So with that said, stay tuned for High Conversations. I'll see you guys next week.